Prophet Walter Magaya, founder of Prophetic Healing and Deliverance PhD Ministries, a name synonymous with spiritual branding, celebrity prayer circuits, and now a deepening legal quagmire, was not just back before the Harare Magistrate Court today. He was dragged back into custody in full view of the press and public, moments after leaving the courtroom. Let's unpack how this happened and why today feels like déjà vu from late 2025. This morning's session was meant to be another procedural day in Magaya's ongoing trial on multiple sexual assault and fraud counts. But the courtroom theatrics shifted gears once proceedings wrapped, not because of shocking testimony, but because the law enforcement script flipped live. Witnesses and media captured the moment as Magaya and his legal team were exiting court. Reportedly, near the parking area, CID officers stepped in, clipped on handcuffs, and escorted him into a police vehicle before he could walk free. That wasn't a metaphor, that was a real-life court sequel mid-chapter. This wasn't just a tactical rearrest, it was a statement about control of narrative, custody, and optics. Later, the same afternoon, still in cuffs and under escort, Magaya was brought back before the same court, this time to face 4 fresh sexual assault charges. Specifics of these new complaints have not been broadly verified in mainstream reporting, and social media conjecture is already doing cartwheels, filling gaps. What we do know is that on these new counts, no bail was granted, and the magistrate remanded him into custody, with the next date set for February 16, 2026. That puts Magaya back inside a remand facility, contending with an expanding docket that's growing like an overdue bank statement. If today's dramatic rearrest feels eerily familiar, there's a good reason. Legal Eagle advocate Fadzai Mahere flagged these tactical possibilities back in November 2025 when Magaya's first big arrest wave hit. Back then, after his initial arrest on sexual assault and fraud charges on November 1, 2025, the High Court granted bail. But rumors spread of CID units waiting at remand gates, ready to scoop him right back up on additional charges. Mahere explained via X that rearrest after bail wasn't just possible, it was legally executable, and that law enforcement could manage custody logistics without playing the free, then immediate rearrest game that confuses procedural timelines. Some legal analysts even suggested that Magaya intentionally delayed leaving remand to avoid public gateside dramatics, a move framing bail not as freedom but as a procedural risk. Today's events mirror that strategy, but with a twist. Instead of waiting at a prison gate, law enforcement intercepted the moment of departure itself, locking in custody before Magaya ever reached his car door. Here's the part that gets Zimbabweans animated across all social feeds. Supporters of Magaya are painting this as a politically weaponized legal pursuit, a strategy to contain a charismatic figure with real mass appeal. Critics and public safety advocates argue that complainants deserve full, uninterrupted judicial attention and that an expansive, layered charge sheet should reflect the gravity of allegations brought forward. Either way, the optics, a dramatic rearrest in broad daylight outside a courthouse, deepen public debate about justice, accountability, and the balance of power in Zimbabwe's legal ecosystem. So tonight, as this case accelerates beyond simple courtroom routine and becomes a national legal narrative, remember this. January 26 wasn't just another court day. It was a strategic pivot point. It echoed November's legal chess moves, but with sharper stakes, louder visuals, and heavier implications. Magaya's next hearing on February 16, 2026 isn't just another date on the calendar. It's likely to be another headline moment in this unfolding saga.